please, if you are using video like I am right now to talk about subjects that you want people to see you as being an expert on, which is great for your brand, right? Great for your career. There's one thing you have to stop doing, and that is stop being so scripted. The key to a great video is not to be scripted. It's actually to be well-versed. And this is what I mean. The average video on social is about 3 minutes. Now, it takes the average person a minute to say about 130 words, unless you're from New York, like me, and you talk a little bit quick and you use your hands a lot, right? But the average person, a minute for 130 words. So, if you're giving a 3-minute video or even a 3-minute on-stage presentation, that's about 400 words that you have to deliver. Now, follow me on this math. The average person takes a full hour to memorize 166 words. So, if you want to memorize a full 400-word script that you write for your 3-minute video, that is going to take you about 2.5 hours, which is a huge time investment if you're only giving a 3.5-minute video. I mean, think about it. Are you going to sit there and spend almost 3 hours of your day just to do a 3-minute video? No. So instead, what do? You're smart, right? So you take your 400-word script and you put it off to the side of the camera. And then you talk a little bit in the camera and then you look down at your script. You talk a little bit more to the camera and then you look down at your script. Or you say, you know what? I'm going to one-up you guys. I'm going to get teleprompter, right? A teleprompter software. So you put the teleprompter software in and then you start reading, right? Line for line for line for line. And there lies the huge problem. And what is this problem? Every time you take your eyes off the screen to look at those notes, or if you're just untrained at reading teleprompter, here's what happens. You lose credibility on the subject. Why? Because when you take your eyes off, you don't come across as comfortable or confident on the subject. Now, I get it. Sometimes, yeah, you have to glance away. You have to glance and look at notes. That makes sense. But not when you're doing a 3-minute video or a 2-minute video, especially on a subject that you are supposed to be an expert on. So, what do you do, Paul? Well, I got an answer for you. Here's what you do. This is what I do in every one of my videos. And by the way, this is what I do when I'm giving an on-stage presentation. I break down whatever I have to say, just like this video. I broke it down into 5 different pieces, right? And you assign one sentence, one short sentence, by the way, for each one of those pieces. So one sentence for the opener, one sentence for your first point, one sentence for your second point, one sentence for your third point, and one sentence for your close, all right? 5 short sentences. Now, the average sentence is about 10 words. So that's 50 words in total. It will take you just 15 minutes or less to memorize 50 words. And then this is what you do. You then you turn on the camera, right? You go on stage. You then recite. You literally regurgitate the memorized first sentence. And then you rely on your subject matter expertise. You rely on your experience with the subject to link the opening to point 1, and then to link point 1 to point 2, and point 2 to point 3, and point 3 to the close. That's how, that's how it flows. Now, what happens if you mess up? Like 3 seconds ago, I kind of paused a little bit, right? Or what happens if you say something quirky, or you have to look off camera to catch your thought? Well, that's okay. That's being human. And that's what we want. We want people who are human because then we know they are being authentic with us. And authenticity is what drives trust. I mean, overall, being well scripted, I get, right? You want to deliver on the subject that you are a subject matter expert. Content, after all, is king, right? But let me tell you what's more important than your content. It's how you deliver your content. And if you want to deliver a great video or a great onstage presentation, do this. Stop being so scripted and instead be well-versed.